Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt exhausted from being the one everyone relies on, if you carry the emotional weight in your relationships, or if you feel like you're always on for others but disconnected from yourself, then this video is for you. Because today we are talking about something so many women experience but rarely name, and that's emotional overgiving and why it leads to things like burnout, chronic stress, and self-abandonment. And more importantly, I'll give you some tools to begin healing the root of it, not just coping. Because coping isn't healing, nor will it ever lead to the healthy, whole, and abundant life that you deserve. So, what is overgiving exactly? Overgiving is more than just helping or caring. It's when you feel personally responsible for how others feel. And for any empaths out there, this may be especially prominent for you. Overgiving is when your nervous system stays on alert. You're scanning for emotional shifts in others, trying to manage people's moods, and keeping the peace at all cost, often to the expense of your own. It can sound like, if they're upset, I must have done something wrong. I need to fix this or they'll leave. I can't rest until everything is okay. And many of us learned to survive this way, especially if you may have grown up in a home where your emotional needs weren't safe or prioritized by your caregivers. You might have become the peacemaker, the helper, the one who absorbs, and it was never your fault. It was your nervous system adapting to the way most, if not all of us, grew up under the programming of prior generations and how they were raised in unhealthy ways. And then that got passed down onto us to have to then become aware of the programming and aware enough to heal so that we don't pass that same programming and belief systems and patterns down to future generations, basically perpetuating the same vicious, never-ending cycle. It may sound a bit dramatic, but nevertheless is still our current reality. So let's discuss emotional caretaking and chronic stress. Because emotional caretaking means you unconsciously take on the responsibility for other people's emotions. It's not just exhausting, it's physiologically dysregulating to your system. When you're constantly monitoring everyone else's needs around you, you tend to override your own. Your body stays stuck in a fight, flight, or freeze mode, and eventually you burn out, which is terrible for not only your physical, but also your mental health. Chronic stress builds not because you're too sensitive, but because your body has never had permission to just rest, to just be, without having to feel like you have to earn love or safety. And the real kicker, you might even feel guilty when you don't help. That's how deep the patterning goes. And believe me, I can empathize with you fully because I've lived it too. But I found my way out and have made it my mission to help other women do the same. And if this feels familiar, then you are not broken. You are likely praised for being maybe the easygoing one, the mature one, the helpful one, or just not a problem. And it's honestly, in my opinion, really quite sad that even to this day, you still see parents that are trying to make their kids fit into this sort of mold of who they think that their kids should be, instead of just allowing them to authentically be and express exactly who they were made to be. You may have learned that love was conditional, and maybe it was tied to being needed or doing for others, maybe being low maintenance, being emotionally available for others, even if you may have felt empty yourself. And these patterns can become survival responses. Your system will begin to believe, if I stop giving, I'll lose connection. If I say no, I'll be rejected. If I rest, I'm being selfish. But here's the truth. You were never meant to carry what was never yours. And healing does not mean becoming less caring. It means you're learning to include yourself as well in that care. So what do we do? How do we begin reclaiming our energy? Let's ground into a few tools that you can begin using right now today. Number one, you can practice emotional separation. So when someone is upset, pause and maybe ask yourself, is this mine to carry? Place one hand on your heart and breathe. Remind your system, I'm safe to witness. I don't need to fix. Number two, notice the urge to have the notion to fix. Instead of reacting, get curious. Ask yourself, what part of me is activated by their discomfort? Often it's our inner child fearing disconnection. That part needs your love first. Number three, set boundaries that feel safe for you, because boundaries don't have to be walls. They can be bridges, ways to protect your own energy while honoring that connection. Try responding in this way if it feels right for you. Say, I want to support you, and I also need to take care of myself right now. Number four, you can try somatic grounding practices. Try standing up, shaking out your arms and legs, gently bounce on your feet or your heels. Imagine the energy leaving your body that isn't yours. This helps your nervous system discharge what it doesn't need to hold. Number five, you can repeat this reframe often. Say, my worth is not measured by how much I give. I'm safe to receive. I'm allowed to rest. I'm worthy just by being myself. The takeaway is healing overgiving isn't about becoming uncaring, cold, selfish, or distant. It's about becoming whole again and coming home to yourself again. You don't need to prove your worth by overextending yourself. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel safe in your own body, even when others aren't okay. Because the bottom line is that it's not your responsibility to take care of everyone around you, to solve other people's problems for them, to manage their emotional states, etc. Because people need to take their own accountability for their own lives, their own healing journeys, and how they show up in life, and potentially enabling them or jumping in and always trying to save them is not only both doing yourself and them a disservice, because we all need to learn the life lessons that we came here to learn by facing our own challenges and overcoming them. You can support others if or when it feels right for you, but not at the expense of abandoning yourself in the process. I've also learned this lesson the hard way because it was one of my lessons to learn as well. And if this speaks to you, I created something to support you deeply in this. It's called the Sacred Self-Love and Nervous System Healing Guide, and it's the perfect starting point if you're ready to begin coming home to yourself again. Inside, I walk you through gentle body-based practices that can help you release any stored tension you might be holding, to reconnect you to your sense of self-worth, to create safety from within. You'll also get a somatic playlist, a guided inner child meditation, and some of the exact rituals that I've used myself. You can grab it now in the comments below that I left for you. And stay tuned also for my upcoming shadow work inner healing course that I've designed to support you through both my professional training and experience and also my own personal lived experience of overcoming these same wounds, patterns, and challenges and lessons that I've had to learn myself. It's deeply transformational, and I am so excited to be able to launch it soon. Jump on my newsletter subscriber list and be the first to know about when it's released and get your subscriber-only discount that I'll be giving away. You deserve to have a life that doesn't drain you. You deserve to feel safe by being who you are without carrying what was never yours to carry. You're not broken or unworthy. You're remembering your power, and I am rooting for you always. And if this video today helped you at all, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to get notified of more content just like this when it's released. It's completely free. And if there's someone in your life who you think might also need this message today, then please share this video with them to help spread the healing to all who might need it. We are unfortunately living through a very difficult time period right now as a collective, and we alone cannot do everything, but we can do something. And sometimes that something is just simply spreading a little love where it might be needed. This is your weekly reminder to do something today that brings you joy. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.